I'm Geoff Nemnich.
And I'm Rick Paulette.
And we're the hosts of The Last Stand. Coyote hunting is my passion.
And coyote calls are my livelihood.
And together we aim to bring you the best predator hunting tips, tricks, and tactics, right down to The Last Stand.
The Last Stand, presented by LuckyDuck Predator Calls. We are the masters of deception. Swagger bipods. Shoot with confidence. Shoot with swagger. OnX Hunt. Know where you stand. Hornady. Accurate, deadly, dependable.
Well, we're excited to have you guys back for another episode of The Last Stand. This one's going to be a fun one. We've hunted Kansas before during the daytime, but this time we're breaking out the thermal and we're going to get after them. You know, Kansas opened up a night season last year for the first time. It runs January 1st through the end of March. What do you think, Rick?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Let's get after them. So thermal hunting has become extremely popular, over the last 3 or 4 years. Thermal units are dropping in price a little bit. More and more states are opening up a thermal season. And just in general, guys, it seems like, they have more time to make it out. You can go out in the evening for a few hours here and there. You're not stuck to a Saturday or Sunday if you're working. And I can definitely see the advantage of it. I think there's a lot of aspects of thermal hunting that make it easier to kill coyotes.
Yeah.
But there's also a skill set that's specific for night hunting that's a little different, that was new to me and you, that don't do a whole lot of night hunting.
Right, yep.
It has its challenges, but for the most part, I think the coyotes move more at night, so they're more responsive to want to come to the call.
That's probably my favorite part about the whole night deal is I get to watch them, I get to listen. They howl almost every stand, and that's what I like. I like to feel like I'm talking to them, I'm engaging with them more, so that's really what I like the best about it.
And it seems like out here, we've called in multiples when I've hunted with you here in Kansas during the daytime, but it seemed like we called in the coyotes for whatever reason at night, group up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Pretty good deal when you get 2 or 3 coyotes coming in, every time you turn on the call. Every single time we howl. Get you pretty optimistic when you hear 6, 7, 8 different coyotes howling in a couple miles. There's one coming. 1 o'clock from the bales. Another one right here below him. Yeah. Get ready, Rick. Rick, did you get that one running?
I think so, or Jason did, one of us did.
Heck yeah. So we just killed our first coyotes of the night. It's our second stand. We actually had coyotes come in on the first stand, but they saw us. We're trying to mitigate, the snow and the noise. When you got an inch of snow, you can get a little bit of a crunchy noise. But so we cleared out all the snow. We got tucked in by some bales. Rick started off with some lone howls.
Blondie?
Long howl. We had coyotes howling over, but you could tell those were the closest ones.
Yeah, for
and sure enough, what was the second set? You some pup distress?
Pup assault.
Pup assault. And they were coming hard across that field. And I picked up the first one, and I think the second one come out of the draw. But, at night, it's always so hard at night, unless you super know there's a low spot right out there.
Right.
And they disappeared in that low spot for a minute, and that was low spot's only probably 120, less than 150. And then they pop up, and the one kind of saw us. It kind of checked up to the right, and I figured it was only 100. So that's the one I shot first. Then the second one peeled off across there, and
Jason rolled it up.
I think Jason I got 1 or 2 shots off at it, and then I saw it kind of cartwheel in the scope. So mine flopped around for a little bit. I don't know if he died or if he rolled off into the little cut right there, but we're gonna go find him.
All right.
Ooh, it's cold. We got our first coyotes of the night. Yes. "9 degrees. It's cold. Good thing there's no wind. It always gets me. I come from western Nebraska, not a lot of humidity, but the first time I ever came out here hunting with Rick, I saw the forecast and it was going to be like 30, so I thought, that ain't going to be bad. I think I have not froze that bad on a hunt since then. I completely underestimated the humidity when it gets cold out here in this country.
You know, when we're day hunting, we're running off swaggers, we're sitting on the ground. You know, night hunting, the typical setup is what you'll see behind us. You know, you got tall tripods, you either got some sort of hog saddle or the mount that,
Swiss Arca mounts.
The Swiss Arca mounts that are on there. So you're standing up so you can get a little more elevation, especially if you're in some taller grass, you can just see down in there a little bit. So it's a different skill set. It's pretty solid, but
it ain't as good.
It doesn't as solid as you think sometimes. You know, the second part about shooting coyotes is, you know, us in the daytime, I take precision shooting pretty serious. Like when I have a coyote under a couple hundred yards, you're picking out like a little patch of hair on their shoulder, you know, and you're wanting to. At night, you know, and that's shooting like I keep my scope on 10, 11 power. And you go to nighttime, and now we're shooting these things, and they're like 2.5 to maybe 3.5, maybe 4.5 power if you're lucky. So it's not, the precision shooting just isn't there.
No, it kind of reminds me of playing a video game of some kind or something. You know what I mean? A little bit. It's definitely different.
Right where all the deer were, 2 of them coming hard. Right up the road. Shoot that. There we go. Double down. Nice. Nice. Well, in true fashion of predator hunters, we've been questioning what we're doing out here. That was our 7th stand. We've been hearing coyotes howl all over the place, but we almost were psyching ourselves out like, it's just so cold. Sometimes when it's abnormally cold, coyotes don't want to move. At least in my experience. And yet we just had a group.
I still think they ain't moving like I want them to. As many as we've had howl within 300 yards of us. So maybe we got sniffed out one time, and then maybe we set up too close on the next batch. So I don't know. This was good here, though.
Those coyotes came how far? I don't know. You know that's well over half a mile. We saw them come bailing out of there, and there was 2 lead ones, and Jason, you saw 3 more following it.
Yes.
And those 2 lead ones come right up the 2 track to us. That was sweet. So that's the tough part about nighttime hunting is the communication. I mean, we're spread out maybe 12 feet, maybe 15 feet, and it's hard to hear each other. Luckily Jason heard me say shoot the back one. The lead one got right up to the super revolt, and he kind of peeled out of there. And the back one was standing there.
I could have punched him, but I thought, now Jason, you'll get that one, and you're on the back one. So, but I couldn't, like you said, I couldn't. I got my stocking cap. It's about 7 degrees out here.
It's cold.
I can't hear anyway. So, but they got him rolled up.
But that's why we shoot ARs, man. I don't know how many shots we shot at that one, but we finally got him.
I don't know.
Got him rolled up out there.
I'm assuming you got him.
I don't know. Who knows?
I did put a couple in him after the fact.
Just like that, man. 7th stand, 4 in the truck. Let's go. Coyotes right here. Little male. Little female. Heck yeah. We needed that. It's tough being up all night, especially when the action's a little lacking. We killed a double on our second stand, and now we got a double on our seventh stand. That's what we need now. We just need to kill them about every other stand the rest of the night. Hopefully we found a little recipe that their sounds are wanting to come to.
Where's Dusty?
Patterson's on his way. Stopped in for a midnight snack. Little mule deer, Colorado mule deer sausage. We're making the swap. Jason's heading home, and Dustin Patterson's meeting up with us now for the rest of the night. So now we're gonna go hit the honey holes now that Jason's leaving.
Yeah. Tired of me shooting.
Yeah, you are. He's hogging them. Right, come from the left. Come from the left. Hard. Rick, you on him? You on him, Rick? Left. Hard left. Yeah. Nice shot. Hey, I think we found a recipe.
Yeah.
Scooby snack.
Yeah. Seems like it's starting to work.
It's hard to hear with the call going.
Yeah.
And I said hard left, and all you heard was hard.
Yeah, and I was.
You didn't know which way it was coming.
And then when I start looking, it's dark, and I can't see where anything's pointing. And I should have seen it, but I was screwing with this scope a little bit. But anyway, I dinged it a little bit, but y'all got to see me shoot a runner there, right?
Well, if you kill him dead on the first shot, you don't have to shoot him running.
Well, he was too close.
Oh. Two of them coming. Got him again. Got him. Double. Well, we just knocked down another double. Dustin's walking out to get the far one. I came in hot, and they were hard coming right to my side. I killed the lead one at about 60 yards. Took me a few shots, but I got that other one rolled up out there about 290. What I like about night hunting is we just made a blank stand down the road about what, 2 miles?
2 miles.
And we heard this group of coyotes howl, but
Yep.
from that side, and then we come down here and you had permission on this piece.
Yep.
So that side of us, we actually didn't have the call out far enough because they were off to our right on this other side of this
Yep.
tree row. So I ran the call out there about another 50, 60 yards, got it out front.
Tricky part at night is when you hear all these coyotes howling.
Yeah.
Especially the first night we hunted, it was calm.
Yeah.
So we were hearing coyotes from 2-3 miles, and you get in the habit of hearing that coyote and thinking that every coyote's going to come. And yeah, they heard the howl. I mean, they
Right,
heard,
yeah.
heard the call, but not every coyote's going to come running 2 or 3 miles. So you got to make a decision in your head. Okay, where was the close coyotes,
Yeah.
and how long are we going to give them, you know?
Right.
Usually, in every one that we saw, we watched some coyotes come from 400, 500, 600, 800 yards.
Yep.
And it don't take them just a minute or two when they're committed, you know? So
Right,
I know
yeah.
most of the time, you know, on stands, we're sitting there for maybe 10, 12 minutes, and
Yep.
hey, if no coyote shows up, it's time to go find the next spot.
Another thing on that howling, I'm always trying to make a notebook when the ones light up and then the next ones and the next ones. I'm like, yeah, I think they're, and we always talk about it. Where do you think they were? Yeah, well, Grandpa Wilbur's, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So then you can get right on them next ones that were 1.5 miles away.
Well, we're not quite done yet. We're running out of steam fast, but about 6 a.m.
Is it already?
Yeah.
Got him. Was that a double or just that one?
Double. He shot one standing close.
Well, that was a fun first night. Hope you guys enjoyed that episode. Not too often we're pulling all-nighters like that. We're going to crash, get some sleep, and we're going to be back after it the next night and a half. So stay tuned for that second episode that's coming. It should be good. Like always, guys, this being a YouTube channel, feel free to leave some comments if you have any questions. Maybe there was some equipment or something we didn't, talk about in this episode. There was a lot of equipment based when you're thermal hunting. So if you have any questions, if you're getting into thermal hunting, like I said, we're no experts by any stretch. We've only been doing this now for a couple seasons, but hopefully you picked up some stuff and leave some comments, and at least I'll jump on there.
Yeah,
Usually
Geoff will handle it.
jump on there. And if you're looking for more coyote content, check out the Eastman's Predator Pros podcast. You can find it on all podcast platforms, but Rick's been on there a few times already with me.
Yeah.
We'll get on this.
Yeah.
We'll record one
Yeah.
and talk about just all the stands and just the night hunting, and a little more candid, than the interviews you got on
Yep.
this YouTube video.
You can poke some fun at me.